Okay, what's going on, people? Ronan MMA back with another video. Welcome back to the channel. Cain Velasquez has returned to A.K.A. for the first time since the whole situation, which I realized when I saw that Instagram post by MMA Junkie that I have not had a chance to speak about the situation with Cain Velasquez because I hadn't been making YouTube videos at the time that it happened, and this to me just seemed like a good excuse to talk about it, so I'm going to do that. But before I get into that, please like and subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. I would greatly appreciate your subscription. Even if you've watched just 2 of my videos, just please do it. I'm making these videos, making the thumbnails, working hard, trying to get to a point where I can monetize this channel on YouTube. I lost my job due to some pretty, or my career rather, due to some pretty, in my opinion, BS circumstances. Some people that commented on the Luke Thomas video probably wouldn't think so, but if you're a fan of Jesse on Fire and you know why he lost his job, let's just say I lost my job for the exact same reason. So please subscribe. It would greatly help. Yeah, anyways, let's get into it. So Cain Velasquez returns to A.K.A. for the first time, and there was a nice photo shoot. And then I'm going to give credit to MMA Junkie because they were attempting a positive post. Like the emojis that they used, the pictures that they posted, it was I think it was intended to be a heartfelt post, like, as if they are saying that they're supporting Cain Velasquez without actually outright saying that they are supportive of Cain Velasquez. And as I always do, I decided to dive into the comment section, whether or not that's a bad decision. Most of the time I feel like it's probably not, but you find some gems in there, okay? And what I found in there was a lot of support in the direction of Cain Velasquez. And then I saw some stuff that just irritates me. And I want to also give credit to another YouTuber in Jesse on Fire who's been one of the most vocal about the Cain Velasquez situation. He also did a video where he was, railing on those who keep going with that narrative. Well, he shouldn't have, blah, blah. Yeah. Those people that are saying stuff like that obviously don't have kids and don't empathize with what Cain's going through whatsoever. If you're one of those people saying, oh, well, he shouldn't have shot into a car full of people. Really, dude? You're going to tell me that the stepdad of a guy who was predating on children who is allowing this guy to live with him and his wife who own the daycare and are allowing him near the children. You're telling me that guy didn't deserve what he got, or that he's just some innocent bystander who absolutely should not have been caught in the middle of it. That guy is a piece of garbage. That guy's a piece of human garbage. And I'm not even talking about the guy who, in my opinion, should probably be sentenced to, a permanent sleep if he is found guilty. And I know it's going to be really hard to find him guilty, considering that you're basically taking the word over a child, compared to an adult, which is a tricky situation. There's not going to be physical evidence, it's really, really unfortunate. But, dude, that's not something that kids just make up. Like, I haven't heard a lot of people saying that, but I've seen some people saying that. That's not a thing that kids just make up. And it's also something that kids would have a very hard time telling their parent about, because they would be scared that not only, well, they've probably been told by the person doing it that you can't tell mommy or daddy because it's our secret and you're going to get in trouble. That's a common tactic that gets used. And it's just an awkward thing to bring up, and I can only imagine what it would be like for a kid that went through that to have to come and tell somebody. It would be terrifying. They would have no idea what was going to happen. It would be like, I can't imagine. And if you have kids, you probably somewhat agree with me. That stepdad of that guy is not an innocent citizen who just, happened to get shot on like a stray bullet right? At least in my opinion, because he's harboring this dude and allowing him near these kids, if we're to believe Cain Velasquez's child, which, in my opinion, makes him an accomplice. And dude, if you, are joining your friends in an armed robbery, and you're just the getaway driver, and a guy gets shot and killed during that robbery, you will go down for felony murder, if I am not mistaken. I am pretty sure that is the case. But I can't believe people are honestly saying that, dude. And it reminds me of, like, a lot of, because they are unironically, like, pedo sympathizers, right? They're saying that what he did was totally outlandish. He never should have done that and all this jazz. Well, the legal system was failing him because, for whatever reason, in California, which is ultra progressive, they are trying to kind of normalize the idea that grown men or women can be attracted to minors, and that's what we should call them, as a minor attracted person instead of what they are. Okay? Now, I'm also not one of those people who conflates pedophilia with other forms of philias, I guess. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't like when people overuse the word. I don't like when people called, like, Crystalia a pedophile for going after 17-year-olds or whatever, because definitionally that's not pedophilia. Okay, and, but that's kind of besides the point anyways. Dude, the ultra-progressives type need to learn a lesson in this shit, and I hope that the ultra-progressives aren't watching my videos, because I don't want you as fans. Something that they are really bad at is calling out the crazy. Like, people on the left feel the need to defend every single position, no matter how radical or how crazy it may be. And what it reminds me of a lot is the drag queen situation that, again, thankfully, Jesse on Fire talks about on a regular basis and calls this shit out. And I love it. And, yeah. Because the drag queens for kids, twerking in front of kids, holding giant dildos to a kid's mouth, all this gross shit that we have seen pictures of, okay? Like, it's documented. It's not somebody saying, oh, I went here and saw this, and it's some ultra-religious, like, super right-wing dude who's just trying to get these people in trouble. Like, there's pictures they publicly, they're, like, proud of it. Now, there's these two Canadian YouTubers, two black gentlemen, Abba and Preach, who make pretty good content. I watch a lot of their stuff. I disagree with some of what they say, and I agree with some of what they say, and they thankfully called this out, the drag queen stuff, and which I was grateful for. But then I saw people defending it in the comment section, and the only correct argument for it is this is my kid. Okay, I don't tell you what to do with your kid. You don't tell me what to do with mine. That is the only argument that they should be using. A libertarian type argument. But then they would be using an argument which they find to be right wing. But that's the only correct argument. But instead they defend it and say that this is normal and this is totally fine. And, oh, you'll take your kid to Hooters and all this stuff. Even if somebody did take their kid to Hooters, where they're all fully dressed, you can see their big tits, obviously. That's the whole point of it's the shtick they got going on there. They're not putting their nipples in little kids' mouths, though. Right? Whereas these drag queens are holding big, fat, fucking dildos up to a kid's mouth, and that's just supposed to be normal. People on the left would be doing themselves a service if they learned to call that kind of shit out, because that is extreme and radical, in the same way that I would call out somebody marching with a KKK hood on. They should be willing to call that out in a heartbeat, and they should also be willing to call out pedos. But they don't. They feel the need to have sympathy for everybody, and I can't understand it. It drives me crazy. Or empathy, also. Both, I guess. But, in my view, that stepdad's not innocent. Because had the stepdad and the mother not allowed him to be near their fucking daycare, none of this would have happened. So is it unfortunate that he hit the wrong guy and he didn't hit the guy who actually deserved the permanent sleep? Yeah, sure. But at the same time, bro, I'm not too upset about it. Okay? And I hope that, I don't know what kind of defense they're going to go for, but when I took criminology in grade 12, we learned the different criminal defenses and what you can and cannot use them for. For instance, like alcohol, you can use intoxication for a whole host of crimes, but you can't use it for murder, rape, or I think those might be the only exception. Oh no, you can't use it for driving while intoxicated, obviously, because that would defeat the whole purpose. That's the crime, right? But we also learned about temporary insanity and things like that. And if I'm not a lawyer, obviously, so if you are a lawyer or a law student or anything and I'm off here, let me know in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it because I don't like being wrong. I would have imagined that temporary insanity probably would have been a good defense because if you are a parent, mom or dad, if you found that out about your child or that had happened to your child, you would go insane. You would be sitting there stewing about it. Dude, I've brought myself almost to tears thinking about his situation and if that had happened to my own kids because I truly don't know how I would handle it. I wouldn't do exactly what he did because that's why I think it's such a good case for temporary insanity, because if you were really gonna plan that shit out, dude, he probably could have got that done and we would never know about it. So I don't think I would do exactly what he did, but dude, I would be going insane and it would be really hard to not go and do exactly what he did. And I do not feel bad for the stepdad at all. I don't care. It's like one of those things. Like, did you die, though? Yeah, you may have caught a bullet in the arm, but did you die, though? You were harboring a guy who molested Cain Velasquez's child. You know, I think that's probably a pretty decent outcome, all things considered. Based on who's been watching my videos lately, I can imagine I'll get dislikes on this video, but hey, help me out. Like the video, subscribe, share it, all that fun stuff. Just please do it, man, because these guys, I literally have people, I've got only 22 subscribers, and I've got a guy who will come on my channel and dislike almost every video, so I would greatly appreciate a like and a subscribe. And don't be that guy, dude. I'm going to say thank you in advance, because if you're going to accept my thank you without doing it, you're an asshole. So don't be an asshole. All right. I'll see you at the next video. See ya.